we're successful in getting some of that stuff done, any ground disturbing activities. Not the pickup trucks, but the ground disturbing activities, so. So anyways, I just kind of wanted to show you what is around the area that you guys live in and recreate in. So that's
So
all.
what did you call that one, the sepulchric?
Orange hawkweed.
Oh,
Very pretty plant.
Yeah, and a lot of these came from being
Yeah,
ornamental.
A lot of hawkweed up northern, I think.
Yes, sir.
You see a field?
They're really the only
It's
ones
got
that
a-
have a lot of buckets too.
Oh, yeah.
West Mountain, the south end of the lake, down in the pastures.
Vipers
In
and.
the early spring, cause it's just.
there it
And there's some
spread out
yellow.
in the middle of it now.
We're starting to get the yellow flag
Yeah, it's
eyes
about
Oh, yeah.
probably 10 acres
Where's that
right now.
coming at?
in New Meadows
Is that
Valley.
one toxic to wildlife?
That one is.
There's some right on the corner
I've been trying to get.
of
by Zim's Hot Springs.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I couldn't remember.
And
I
then
knew
there's
that
some
I knew
around
it
that
wasn't.
area. And my neighbor just planted it in their pond.
I
So I
love
got
those
on
little
that.
bugs.
No fire areas.
It's got those like.
Oh, that's what I told them. And we have an irrigation ditch, so it'll just
Yeah, I'm
clog
very
it.
glad that you asked that question.
If they've ever tried to remove any kind of iris, they know how tough it is.
Well,
It was
yeah.
fascinating to see
He's
the
spraying.
research
I think,
that was done, because, I mean, I was dissecting
You know, Callie,
to
no,
find out how
Twinkle
big the larvae
is
would
doing
actually
some
get.
testing on
So
different
some of the
kids.
larvae, they would,
Yeah.
usually they go through 4 instars.
Or the aquatic
before
stuff,
they
I'm
hatch.
like, cool,
Some of
wow.
the plants, they only
Yep.
make like 2.
Way smaller.
And other plants, they would
Don't like
survive,
chemistry
and
in my
others
water.
don't,
Nope.
because with all that work and
They're
effort
not
after
paying
8
attention.
years, they
This is
decided,
mostly
nope,
drinking
we're not
water.
releasing this
Yeah,
one.
like-
because it's not
It
specific
is
to
water source for the
And if they
It's
get
great.
zebra
It's kinda
mussels
like,
in and
"Ooh, I
clog
wanted
the
to
pipes.
see it in action."
I guess the upper pay it was designed
And it
specifically
was working
for
with a lot of
basically a
people that
settling
really
pond,
cared about
for anything
biocontrol.
before it gets.
And so I thought
That's
this
the whole
guy
reason
around
that
said
was
yes and
designed.
no.
Yeah.
It wasn't
The
for
mongoose
water
issues
storage
and-
or anything, because
and
it always
the
was.
guy-
Yeah.
Oh, no,
I think they cleaned up all the old
Yeah.
cabins
Or-
that they had.
yeah,
And,
it's just-
And,
so
when I was over there, I had
That's-
actually
that
asked my
happened.
employer.
They might have. I'm not in that
Before,
anymore.
is there anything I
Yeah.
can do in Maui?
I don't, I
Because
do
they
with
said
invasive.
for biocontrol, it's a very frustrating island to work on because they were very much, you know.
I guess I could show that video and it kind of gives an overview of
One
weeds.
disturbance.
Yes,
Ground.
okay.
It
We're
does.
serving and pay like a lot of those.
It's good that people care,
Just
but then
Nicholas,
it's like, it's
NICH.
horrible when we have this species that was brought in, and the only reason it's not
Not
invasive
surfing,
is
it's the same
homeland,
way.
because it happens.
What
diseases
time are we
happen.
running at?
So it's like, which ones
It's
need to be
about
here to survive?
11:15.
Which ones
So
are?
you'll have time to get through your slides.
Yep, perfect.
Yeah, we'll just buzz through them whatever time.
To
it. And you don't have a card?
So anyways, I was gonna play a video
No,
and
She has
it
one,
just
but it's
kind
in
of
the
goes
car.
about
She'll get hers out.
the invasives and how they spread and whatnot.
So I have a quick question.
Yes.
My card.
Is invasive same as noxious, or is there a slight difference between the two?
They're kind of synonyms now.
Noxious is state designated.
Yeah, it has code to it. Of course, invasive species now does too.
Yeah.
So is every noxious weed invasive
On the
species?
invasive species one? No.
No.
It's either one or the other. And all the,
It's say that again. It's either what?
it's either one law or the other, so there's no doubling up there. And all the plants were on the noxious weed law, and all the other organisms, whether it's a, you know, a fish or a pathogen, they're all on the invasive species law. But they're kind of thought of as being the same now.
Okay.
Oh, this?
Just because of the general characteristics of
I know.
all the stuff.
I was surprised to see butter and eggs on the list.
That's
there.
yellow
Invasive
toadflax.
species is, I think, it's kind of the newer.
And it is, if you have one of those
And the
books,
data?
Yeah.
So I noticed
I can
several
show you what it
of
looks like. It's
the,
like a snapdragon.
invasive species like
That's what it looks like.
milfoil and the.
So, and here, it would be a yellow
But my
So that's also listed as
toadflax. So that's what it looks like, and we have it all over in this area.
And that's not native.
No, that's invasive. And same as the oxydaisy, which looks very similar to the other daisy.
So even that's been fairly recent. There's probably
See, it's that white flower that's everywhere.
Yeah.
Everybody thinks it's a wild daisy. It's an invasive species.
Yikes.
The way the
And it's
noxious
hard to
weed
get
law
rid
is
of.
set up is it's through, I just
I remember
tag,
back
the
in-
director then transferred
How
all
many
the
years
powers
ago,
and
you know,
duties to the
35
county
years
level.
ago, studying botany in college.
For the county.
I always
control
remember butter and
on their
eggs,
noxious
yellow
weeds. So it's
toads.
not really housed.
Yeah.
The state coordinator, like Mount Will, is housed in.
That was fun. I got
But it's
to,
all plants.
I was at
terrestrial
UC Santa
and
Barbara.
aquatic.
when
Uh-huh.
But all that is pushed down
Professor
to the
that had
county
been
level.
teaching botany for years and years, and his field trips were incredible.
Something that was
Yeah.
California was a good place to study botany.
Yep.
It's got
So is it fair to say that
every
not all noxious
type
weeds
of
are
Yeah. Yeah, I studied botany in Eastern
some are
Oregon.
All right.
No, all noxious weeds to
Not
a certain extent are
quite as,
invasive, non-native, not supposed to be here.
It's not
So yeah,
an hurt.
non-indigenous.
No, I mean, this guy's native, so he doesn't, he's got.
So there's change
This is
Yeah.
forest, and what happens is this guy,
Yeah.
he very rarely.
I think the invasive species term is just,
When the duration gets large, it comes out.
some states have switched to just an invasive species program and they don't allow how much weeds are on their laws. Ours is still separate. And it's still kind of treated separately.
Volume all right on that? or-
Invasive species are a critical threat to America's outdoor.
This kind of goes into invasive species too.
Oh, yeah, that goes hand in hand.
Can take over a habitat and just destroy it. Moved by wind, water, animals move them, humans.
One of those seeds can get lodged in a boot and can get dislodged maybe when you step in a puddle further down in the interior and start a whole new infestation in a new part of the state or the country where that species wasn't before.
And it's not just plants that we're concerned about. There are all different kinds of organisms that outcompete the native biodiversity. And that's a problem, because when we look at this place, this is incredible. We don't want to lose this resource.
Outdoor recreationists can do a lot to prevent the spread of invasive species in the areas that they love. It's this combination of recreation and stewardship. So get yourself educated. These places are beautiful and this is where we all recreate. If we don't take care of them, they're not going to be here.
So could you imagine if McCall didn't have recreation?
There are almost as many ways to enjoy America's outdoors as there are Americans, and our country's public and private lands offer ideal locations for our recreational opportunities. We'd really appreciate it if folks stay on the trail. Now, the stewards of these great natural places are calling on all of us to help prevent an environmental disaster that is rising all around us. Every region of our country is being invaded by harmful exotic species. Plants, animals, insects, and pathogens that do not belong here and threaten the health of our native ecosystems. With few natural enemies to keep them in check, these exotic invaders are overwhelming our native species and dramatically changing the natural balance that gives our lands and waters their distinctive American character. It's a quickening disaster that, for many, has gone unnoticed. Yet a growing number of Americans are noticing, and they are answering the call, adopting proactive, preventative outdoor practices that enable all of us who love the American outdoors to fight back and protect the natural beauty and diversity of the places we enjoy most.
clean it off, don't just put
Guys
it
have
on the
a lot of
ground.
influence on people. They listen to what they say. We try to educate people. We stop on islands occasionally, and we try to leave as little impact as possible. We stress LNT, leave no trace. You put your kayak back on top of your car, and you make sure you don't have a lot of mud or weeds. Make sure you didn't drag anything along with you when you go to another area. In north central Maine, you'll find Baxter State Park, a diverse home for the many native animals and plants found in our northern forests and wetlands.
Islands and ponds here in Maine are a very important part of our state's economy. Property values start plummeting when a lake becomes infested with an aquatic invader. Recreational values also decline. And look around you right now. This is what's at stake. So if you spot something suspicious, run it through the field guide. If it checks out to be native, then you're fine. If not, bag a sample, mark the location, and send it to us. You probably aren't going to learn all of the affected plants, but you can learn the 5 that are growing inside of your camp.
Out west, in the Rocky Mountains, recreationists learn how to enjoy and protect these wild and spectacular natural resources. We provide family vacations. We do just a typical gas meat ranch on the San Isabel National Forest through special use permits with the Forest Service. If we see noxious weed, we report it, of course. If it's a small patch, we destroy it. All the animals are groomed prior to saddling. We feed certified weed-free hay. We're from the south side of the Tinket Pass, right near the Cumberland Divide. It's not a real smooth road, but that's part of the appeal. It's bouncing up in a Jeep around an ATV, dirt bike.
I think he likes it.
To minimize the spread of those seed sources.
My dogs are really good at hound's
We
tongue
encourage
spreading that.
volunteers to come out, and we train them how to use our data sheets, our GPS units. We go out on the trail, we train them how to collect data on invasive plant occurrences. This is Cooksfoot. We collect the species, the latitude and longitude, and enter that data onto EDMAPS, Early Detection Distribution Mapping. It's a national web database so that we can protect our native species that are unique to this area. Camping is a great way to enjoy nature and an opportunity to protect it from exotic invaders.
There's an art to camping. There's an art to making yourself comfortable and getting along well outdoors. And one of the kids can learn that as well.
Invasive species can hitch a ride on camping equipment and vehicles. Campers can stop the spread by inspecting and cleaning their tents and other gear before moving to a new area. Invasive forest insects and diseases can
So how many people are coming here to go camping? And where they came from?
And by practicing burning where you find.
This is drawing like the right outdoors.
Cities and municipalities build these greenways because they want to get the public involved in the area.
But greenways become vectors for invasive species that move from one place to another. People like to bike on these trails. And one thing that's really important for these folks to do is to take their bikes, make sure and inspect them, because they may take invasive plant materials. Large facilities like castles and schools of wood, for stomachs, for funeral, to expose nature and women to not want to change it anyway.
I love this place. It's just so beautiful and so unique. But, when there's no rules on the trees and there's no plants sprouting out of the ground, you don't think about invasive species.
One feeling effects of invasive species is quite a few coming through the trails and it's impacting our forest every day.
I clean up all the years I put it in the truck. I try to be really careful that if I do collect stuff to clean off.
Especially a year like this where not much snow.
The greatest invasive threat to North America's bat populations is white nose syndrome, a deadly disease that leaves a white residue on bats and could be accidentally spread by cavers and other recreationists.
Because we don't know what is causing white nose and how it's being transmitted, we have to be ultra cautious. We want to make sure we decontaminate all our gear. Or we have a set of clothing and gear which dedicates specifically to a particular area, and we don't transport it from site to site. Campers, like all other recreationists, are doing their best to keep nature in balance and be part of the solution rather than part of the problem.
Birding is one of the fastest growing outdoor recreation activities in America, but invasive species are a threat to important forest habitats. Very important to the native wildlife, like the migratory birds that come through. The birds will continue to come through here and take both roads, and we will see significant drop-off and migration. One of the first things you could do is to become familiar with those places to spread the wings. As birders, you will be aware that something has changed, something that probably wasn't around there. And we can bring these to the park, the refuge, or the counties.
Invasive species, right?